They're bigger than Newcastle.
No,
they are.
No, they're not.
I mean, they've won the trophy more recently. They've won more league titles.
I think Eddie Howe's gone this year.
It's lost its spark, isn't it? That project. It's not as exciting.
They're signing Mbappe. They still got Dan Burn left back.
Won the League Cup. Hell.
But for us,
everyone tries to get knocked out with that all year.
My bet builder tip will be Mohamed Salah to score at any time. He's the man that delivers on the biggest stage, and he will not let Liverpool down.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope things are well. Finally, the moment and the video is here. This is the video we have been waiting decades to see. Opposition fans that have been talking all that smack about Newcastle over the years. This is the video now where we look at the most outdated and the most, I guess, stupid fan opinions about Newcastle, and we have a laugh. We take it all in now, we accept the comments they have to say, and we enjoy ourselves while, of course, in this particular case, just criticising and just laughing at these opinions, because there's some bad ones, there are some very bad ones. But hello there, hope things are well. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content, smash like button as well. Let me know your opinions down in the comments section. Just a quick word from me first. Apologies just in case I haven't replied to any of your comments. I will get through them today. Over the next couple of days, I will try my best to reply to all the comments I've had across the week. I've been a bit flustered, I guess. Obviously, been a lot going on with Newcastle United. Best weekend of my life, essentially, and it's been a bit overwhelming coming on social media and just seeing so many comments. Bear with me, I'm only one person. Please do, if I haven't replied or read your message, just don't take it as anything negative from me. I will try my best to reply. I've just been really busy, so bear with me. But in terms of this video, I know a lot of people have seen this one. I know it's been talked about to death already, but I feel like this is the appropriate one to start off with.
With Eddie Howe, does he deserve a statue? I don't think he'll get it now. No, but for us...
We'll start getting the Ten Hag one ready.
But the reason why I asked that is
won the League Cup. Hell.
But for us...
Everyone tries to get knocked out with that all year.
Yeah, but we've won a trophy, so there's
it does kind of show you how lucky we are as fans. Like, you kind of think of it when you see Newcastle celebrating a trophy, like league. We take it for granted, you know what
I am livid with Paul Scholes. I am. I'm not happy at all. I want to start in the Newcastle point of view because I know Lee quite well. So it was Lee Laura over at Newcastle Fans TV who was asked to go into the overlap, of course, the day after the cup final to talk about his feelings, talk about what's just happened. So in Lee's context, he's had the week down in London, got absolutely drunk on the Saturday night. He's took the weekend in, had the best day of his life probably on the Sunday watching us beat Liverpool. And he has to travel up in the car. He has to drive up from London to Manchester on the Monday morning. So the poor guy has probably missed celebrating on the Sunday night. He probably couldn't have done the things he wanted to do. He couldn't have really enjoyed that experience because he has to go back to the hotel room, sort his videos out, and then get in the train or get in the car, to Manchester the next day, drive 3 to 4 hours up, goes into the overlap. And you got people like Paul Scholes who are just laughing and undermining Newcastle's achievement. I mean, how disgusting is this comment? The big teams don't want to win it, they throw it away every season. Absolute rubbish. Look at the teams in the last 10 years that have won the Carabao Cup. Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool. They are the only teams that have won the Carabao Cup since Swansea City back in 2012 to 13 season. That's the last time a team outside the Big Six has won. So don't you dare tell me that these big teams don't want to win this competition. What a absolute load of crap and what a load of rubbish from Paul Scholes. Doesn't understand Newcastle at all, is incredibly entitled, is used to winning everything, and he's arrogant. So arrogant to look down on these teams going well. That means nothing to us. We don't care. Well, it means so much to our people, and it is a major honour, whether you like it or not. It is a domestic major honour. Class as a major trophy, it is. It goes in the record sheet. It is a major trophy for Newcastle, whether you like it or not. And just to see him talk that way to Lee and just to laugh at Lee in that way. I mean, Lee is a guy that's been covering Newcastle United for over 10 years. He goes to every single men's team match. He goes to every single women's team match. Goes across the world to watch Newcastle play. And he got people on the overlap just laughing and just almost just putting the guy down, just trying to make him feel horrible after that weekend. I thought it was disgusting, really. I can't stand the overlap. And I wasn't happy at all. I really wasn't happy at all. I feel quite bad for the guy. One of the fans that was laughing at Lee Lawler's comments there was Rory Jennings. I mean, do not even get me started on Rory Jennings. I mean, let's just warm it up first. Let's see what Rory Jennings has to say ahead of Liverpool's Carabao Cup match against Newcastle.
I love the League Cup. It's such a special tournament and both teams will be desperate to win it. Newcastle haven't won a trophy for ages, so it really does matter to them, and Liverpool will want to amplify the Premier League that they have already won. So much at stake. I can't see a world though where Liverpool do not win it handsomely. Liverpool will win this game convincingly. They are going to be too strong for Newcastle. Bet builder tip will be Mohamed Salah to score at any time. He is the man that delivers on the biggest stage and he will not let Liverpool down in a game of this magnitude. So Liverpool will win, Mohamed Salah will score and Joe Linton will get himself booked. Liverpool are going to win the Carabao Cup. Enjoy.
That has to be one of the most outdated opinions ever made. Mohamed Salah quite literally dropped the worst performance in his Liverpool career. Tino Livramento won 100% of his duels against Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah, 0 big chances created, 0 shots from the guy. I mean, it is Salah's worst ever game. Just look at his face after the game. Just look at Virgil van Dijk's face after the game. And again, at the poll scores comment, tell me those players don't care about the Carabao Cup. Absolute rubbish, and I'm not happy at him. But speaking about Rory Jennings, I mean, in this particular case, yes, it's completely wrong. Yes, it's a load of rubbish. But again, it's just his opinion at this point. So I don't think it's too bad. However, the more you see from this guy, the more you start to turn against him because
They're bigger than Newcastle.
No.
They are.
No, they're not.
They've won a trophy more recently. They've won more league titles.
I wouldn't consider that.
They've won a trophy more recently.
I can't rule it.
What trophy? I mean, you don't have to. I'm just. They won the FA Cup in '73.
All right, 20 years difference, fine. But then Newcastle in the Champions League, so Bobby Robson, Alan Shearer, big nights at St James's. Sunderland have been up and down.
Sunderland, more league titles and a trophy more recently.
Sunderland bigger than Newcastle. Are you serious? I mean, this guy is talking about more league titles for Sunderland. Are we seriously going to go back to before World War One for this argument? We're going to go back to 1910 just for Rory Jennings having the correct opinion here. More league titles, because they won 6 league titles in the early 1900s before a literal World War happened. Are people serious here? Like, even his panel doesn't agree with him. Rory, he comes across as the sort of fan that is talking to the camera now, someone out in the back of his mind, he's making an opinion just to be heard, making an opinion that just to be different to someone else, making an opinion just so you guys whinge about him. I know I'm doing that exact thing now, but let's be honest, as Newcastle fans, we can whinge, we can mourn about the club, we can mourn about Rory Jennings, but the reality is, doing that is not sustainable. What's the point? Newcastle fans are never ever going to watch this guy. We are never going to watch this guy. We're never going to want to hear what this guy has to say because he's so negative towards Newcastle. Why would I, and why would you watching this video walk away from this and then start watching Rory Jennings? We're never ever going to do it. So for him now, yeah, he'll have his moment, he'll have his click, he'll have people watching now, he'll get some money, he'll get some attention, but long term, he won't get that attention, he won't get that money long term because we aren't going to watch him. We're just not going to watch the guy, so he has an audience now of people that are clicking on, reacting, but he doesn't have a long, sustainable audience. So, again, yeah, he can have his opinion, fair enough, but Newcastle fans are never going to watch this guy. We aren't going to click in. We aren't going to be nice towards him because he's not nice towards us. So let's go over this argument, shall we? Sunderland bigger than Newcastle. Newcastle has more fans than Sunderland. Newcastle has a bigger stadium than Sunderland. Newcastle's won more trophies than Sunderland. Newcastle's won more recently than Sunderland now with trophies. Not a single Sunderland player gets into Newcastle's first team. Sunderland have been, you're talking 6 to 7 years, League One to Championship. Sunderland's never played European football, which means Sunderland's never played in the Champions League. Sunderland get less attention in the media, less people give a crap about Sunderland. Without trying to buddy Sunderland, the point is Newcastle is bigger than Sunderland. And you can come out, you can chat all the waffle you want about the Soho where they won in 1896 or something like that. But again, nobody cares. It's that long ago. Nobody is alive now that's seen that back in 1909. Again, you can bring that argument all you want. Newcastle has one more major honours across the board than Sunderland, and the one that matters is the one that we all seen last weekend.
Underachievers.
Are they?
I think Eddie Howe's gone this year.
It's lost its spark, isn't it, that project? It's not as exciting.
They were signing Mbappe. They still got Dan Burn at left back.
I don't know what it is about the club, this fan media page, but they come across as massive arseholes. I don't know if it's a way to kind of talk about Newcastle, but they seem to come across as quite condescending. So just to clarify, as a Chelsea fan, a Man City fan, a Manchester United fan, I believe, and they all come across in such a we look down in Newcastle way. Now, all 3 of them teams in the last 2 seasons have lost in the Carabao Cup. Newcastle have knocked them all out. Newcastle is a team that is competing on all fronts, and Newcastle is a team that has been able to beat all 3 of them teams since the takeover. And again, they can come out, they can mouth Newcastle off, they can say all they want about Newcastle, but Newcastle is a team that can compete. And on our given day, as we've seen on Sunday, we can beat anyone. We can beat anyone if we put our mind to it, and Newcastle is a team that is competing. And they all talk to slow down on Newcastle, and they can laugh about Dan Burn all they want. They'll talk about Mbappe, they're saying Dan Burn. Well, Dan Burn is the one, our first goal scorer at Wembley since 1976. He's from Blythe. He is the one that scored a decisive goal that has won Newcastle United silverware, scored in the Champions League against PSG, helped us get to the Champions League by finishing 4th in the Premier League. They can laugh about Dan Burn all they want, but he is a club legend. He did what many of our legends could never do. He won it, and he scored at Wembley in a cup final, and that was decisive, and that won Newcastle United the Carabao Cup.
I'm going to say you have to tell me, are Newcastle bigger than? Boovie, are Newcastle bigger than Leeds?
No.
Adam, are Newcastle bigger than Villa?
No.
Boovie, are Newcastle bigger than West Ham?
No.
Adam, are Newcastle bigger than Tottenham?
No. I think they're very similar, though.
Boovie, are Newcastle bigger than Manchester City?
No way. No. Second most Premier League titles ever. 10 league titles.
Are Newcastle bigger than Everton?
No, Everton are much bigger. Much bigger.
Everton are bigger.
Everton
Yeah,
are much
I agree, but I'm just...
Newcastle
if-
bigger than Bournemouth for
If
sure.
you go, if you agree with
No,
it,
they are.
the first.
I mean, this one doesn't even make any sense. And what planet, with all due respect, opposition fans watching, on what planet are Leeds United bigger than Newcastle? On what planet are West Ham bigger than Newcastle? Newcastle's won a trophy now more recently than Tottenham. Again, Leeds have been in the Championship, you're talking 20 years, had a brief spell in the Premier League, but again, they always have been a team that has not quite been able to reach the levels of what they reached. And West Ham won a Conference League 2 years ago, yes, but again, they haven't won anything really. We're talking across a similar time period at Newcastle. Newcastle, in my opinion, without disrespecting those teams, I think Newcastle are bigger than those two. Man City, obviously, fair enough. City's bigger than Newcastle, yes. Villa bigger than Newcastle, yes. Everton, but I don't want to say it again. Everton's won a lot more than Newcastle, yes, fair enough. But Tottenham, Leeds, West Ham, again, you can definitely put Newcastle up against those teams, in my opinion. But for them, let's talk so down in Newcastle, don't they? They continue to laugh at Newcastle.
Congratulations to Newcastle United. They've got their Joe signing that Man City had. He is as bad as that. And Joe actually had some qualities about him. Anthony Gordon is absolutely shocking. The way he kicks up a fuss to leave his boyhood club, Everton, was embarrassing. Showed a lack of character. He's got a lack of physicality, a lack of quality on the ball. He doesn't work hard off the ball. He's a luxury player. Plus, he's got pimples. I'm not being funny. If you're a millionaire, you get some sort of surgery to correct that. With all due respect, I know I can't speak, but I'm not a millionaire.
And this one's even more weird. I mean, how horrible was this one, by the way? Anthony Gordon at the time was 20 years old, and you got a guy older than him, Manchester City fan older than him, just mouthing him off. Oh, you look horrible, go and get your face sorted out. I mean, that's a 20-year-old kid. Like, are we mad? He would have been 20, 21 when he joined Newcastle. And again, Gordon, I know he had an absolute horror show before the cup final, but because we've won that cup final, that can all be forgotten. Gordon can come back into the team and he can play like it never happened. If we had lost that cup final, yeah, would have been a tough one for him to come back to, but we haven't. So Gordon now can come back into the team, can get back into it, because he's been a top-class player for a couple of years. And I'm hoping, because of that red card, when he comes back in, he'll want to prove himself, he'll want to get into it, and he'll want to show Newcastle why they should, once again, believe in him. But yeah, Gordon, of course, had a bit of a horror show before the cup final, but he's class signing. And again, the club, it's the same channel, it's the same people, the same that are just hawking down Newcastle. And I kind of want to make a video now just to stick it to them, to stick it to their crap opinions, to stick it to their absolute rubbish, and just to watch, make sure for them watching us, just to let them watch and let them know that they're wrong. Let them know that Newcastle done what they said we could never do. They backed Liverpool to win. They were certain Newcastle were never going to win silverware. They were certain Newcastle's takeover was never going to work out. But we did what they say we couldn't do. And I'm coming out of this video now. I know it may seem perhaps a bit negative, but the point coming out of this video was they're wrong. They are wrong. They slagged Newcastle off. They laughed at us when we went down. But who the F is laughing now? That's the chant we sang towards the Sunderland fans. And that's a chant I believe we'll be singing towards everyone now. They all mocked us and they all laughed at us, but no more. Newcastle done what we wanted to do. We can now move on and achieve more. And I believe Eddie Howe and these players can achieve more. That's my final message in this video. Take care. Appreciate you watching. Let me know your opinions down below on this lot. But we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.